Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 29th. There we go. I managed. Okay, so today I'm fixing to work on my whip. I think I'm going to do Welcome to Christmas, which I'll pull out and show you here in a second. I have to be real with you. Do you see these wiggling branches right here? They just scared the crap out of me. Like, I was looking at the camera feed and saw something moving and thought somebody was walking up behind me. Apparently I need some more sleep. Anyway, it is, I don't know, a little past midnight anyway. Yeah, it's just after 1. Because I stopped last night at 11:45, and then I had to get get my microwave and my food and make my food and eat. And then I decided I needed to do some organizing because I've been scatterbrained or in a hurry or whatever the last several days. And so, like, my bag had just a bunch of projects in it. I don't normally keep them that way. Well, the way that I normally keep them is not going to be able to work because there's not enough room. I have too many projects now. So some of these are going to have to move into a box, but I was going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. So I would like to introduce you to binder number 1, which is like at its limit. I'm not going to fully unzip it. Okay, so there's, just keeps going. Several projects in here. Let's see. It looks like there's 10 in there. So, squeeze it, zip it. These binders aren't going to last much longer if I keep doing this, but I think I'm going to have to work out a system anyway. Like when I set up my rotation, obviously I'm not going to be able to get to everything in 1 month unless I change how I do it, and I don't plan on doing that just yet. So some of these can go like in a box. And that was one thing when I said the other day about my rotation. Because I had gotten my rotation small enough, I was working on every project every month. Now that I have this many, like let's say in June, I'm really not going to get that much stitching done, but let's say I touch, okay, I don't know my numbers yet. I don't want to know until the last day of the month. Let's say I have, there's 30 days in a month, 50 projects, okay? And I have one set up for each day and I actually get to them. So I get 30 done in June. There's 20 that didn't get touched. Those will go, typically, those would go to be the first ones I work on the next month. However, because I am doing Year of Whips will still come first, and then I will touch those 20 and then move on to whatever after that, if I even can manage all that. So that's one amendment to my rotation that I forgot to include last time. Also, all of this could change at any time when I realize what's working and what's not. So, are you ready for the second binder? Because I just showed you the first one. I can't zip the second binder. So, that is all my projects. And I still have, what? Today's the 29th. I still have 3 more to start. Look at that. And that doesn't include my Advent Animals because it's in the new starts box in case I decide to start another animal at some point. So anyways, pretty crazy. But I got it, it's all in order by how it's ordered on my tracker. And my tracker is ordered by start date. So, or at least for the most part. I think a couple of them got out of order because I was in a hurry. But anyway, so now I'm going to pull out my project for tonight. And that's the other thing is I only keep them in the binders when they haven't been worked on for the month, or like I'm getting ready for next month, or after when I had enough room. So what I was doing before was like the blue binder was everything in order of the way I planned to work on it for the month, and then I would take them out, keep them somewhere else until I made a video on them, whether it be a vlog or a weekly video, and then I would put them in the red binder. And then once the blue binder was empty, then I start from the red binder and work back. Again, I'm going to have too many projects for that, so that is going to change. So, but I try and keep y'all appraised of all that stuff so that you know what I'm doing to the best of my ability of explaining, because you know you can't really understand somebody else's brain. So I'm gonna work on Welcome To. This was a Mania project from last year, so I worked on it a little bit at some point this month, which is one of the days I didn't get to show you because I was, yeah, the 16th. So it was the day before I went to my retreat, but it was just a couple stitches. So here's my starting point, and I'm going to work on this for the next couple of hours. Come on. So this first quarter is completely done, but I still have this half of the page and this half of this page, and it's getting way washed out by that page. There we go. So I'm going to work on this, and I will check back in with y'all in a little bit. Good morning. It is a little after 5 o'clock, and of course I'm stopping for the day, or for my day. I haven't slept yet, so technically for me the day does not change until I sleep, even though for y'all it's, yeah, same day. Anyway, so here's where I got to. Worked quite a bit on the green stuff over here. I did have to do a little bit of frogging. Some of this purple was in the wrong place, and I was able to put back some of the purple, but I'm out of the other color purple. And instead of going and grabbing the color I need because it's in my truck, I was like, well, I'm just going to come and work over here. So I got almost all this filled in. I still need a little bit right here. And then I started on the sign where it's like, I wanted to actually write "the" right there tonight, but I didn't. I kept getting distracted by my show, and so I just keep stitching wherever I could get fairly large blocks of color in. So that is Welcome To. I'm going to, and actually you could tell because I was a lot closer to the back stitching. I need to, what I do on these, because they're magazine patterns, is I'll get down a certain ways to where it's all even, like right, well, once I get these, I would go across right here on the pattern, I would mark a dark line and then erase everything above it, everything that I've highlighted, so that then I can highlight back stitching and do the back stitching for that area and then come and continue. So that'll probably be the first thing I do next time I pull it out, if I remember that. Who knows? The back stitching on this one really hadn't been too bad, so there's that. I'm going to move the camera a little bit, sorry. Maybe if no, my camera's over there. Don't really want to put you on the light because with it on the white fabric, it just kind of blinds you. See? Blinding. So that's where I've gotten to. Pretty good ways down there. Still not entirely convinced it'll be finished by the end of the year. Which I guess I don't have to completely try so hard on, because I'm officially halfway through with my year of whips. So I qualify or whatever. I completed the goal, which is at least half. But of course, it's year of whips. It's the ones you're focusing on for the year. So I do want to get as much done on those projects as possible. And I chose my year of whips based on the fact that sorry about that. My husband called. So I picked my year of whips at the end of the year. Basically everything that I had left over from last year. So, now I gotta remember what I was saying, or why I was saying it. So, there are things I want to focus on, even still. Like I was saying in a video yesterday, that they will always, year of whip projects, let me slow down a little bit, will always be the first ones I work on in the month, unless there is an event that calls for something else. Let me say that. Because like right now, there's the serial killer event, which requires that I work on my stitch along pieces the first week. So, you know, there's all kinds of rules and exceptions, and it gets very complicated. And I blame FlossTube for that. Because before I started watching FlossTube, 1, I didn't have multiple projects. 2, even once I started having multiple projects, I had a very simple rotation. Not rotation, but like process, whatever you call it. My brain's blanking because I'm getting tired. Because like all of last year, pretty much all I did was every project had a number, and I would hit random number generator. And then if I had worked on it that month, I would pick a different number. But now that I've got more whips, and I'm doing year of whips, and I'm, you know, this, that, the other. Excuse me. I'm sorry. You know, it makes my rotation, or whatever, however you want to call it, my plan, a little more convoluted and complicated. So anyways, my relief is already here. She is up at the rig doing the safety meeting. Well, waiting for the safety meeting to start, because it doesn't start till 5:45. But excuse me, I have a bunch of stuff I need to take out to my truck and get ready to go home. Sorry about that. And go to bed, because apparently I'm very tired today. So that's what I'm going to do. I would like to say that there will be more video, like I'll record later tonight, but it's my day off, so we'll see. Anyway, I'll let y'all go. Y'all have a great day. Bye. Good evening. It is still Tuesday, May 29th. And, hey, that's enough. It's finally calmed down enough I can stitch. It's about 11 o'clock at night, so I at least want to get my new started. This is Rogue. He's our new member. Good evening. It is still Tuesday, May 29th. This is Rogue, my new little baby. And he's still a baby, so he whines a lot. He may cry. Stop biting. But anyway, so things have finally calmed down. I can start my new start. I just have about an hour to do so, and then that'll be tomorrow. So I'm going to start Santa's Village 2 by Soda Stitch. Sorry, there's a glare and the lighting in here is horrible. But I'm doing the long one. So, and I am doing that on, sorry, you may get cat butt. Right. this, I forgot what this was. Ooh, you're tickling me. Very shiny, icy fabric. I'm doing it 1/1 on this, so we'll see how that goes. And that's it. I had well, I slept most of the day, if we're being honest, like a lot. Hey, Rogue. Hey, you can't sit in front of the camera. Come here. Come here. Come here. Last time he turned the camera off. I slept most of the day, and then the kids had games, and then we had dinner with some friends. So it was really busy, and like my hair's all nasty and sweaty and curly. So anyways, I'm gonna get to stitching for, let's be honest, probably about 30 minutes, because I still gotta change laundry, do dishes. But right now I'm gonna sit here, watch some Michelle Bendy Stitchy, and get this started. So I will check back at midnight. Bye. Okay, well, let me turn that down, that's a little too bright. It is just after midnight. So with an hour to do my new start, I have a horrible start. And I'm going to be completely honest right now, I don't know if I'm going to continue this project. Like, I'm going to do it, but I don't know if I'm going to continue it in this way, because 1/1, oh my gosh, like, you got to see how tiny this is. Let me see. Look how tiny. That's an apostrophe. That's part of the S. That's part of the A, the T, and the N. It is so tiny. And I had so many complications, which is why I only got this much done. First, I guess, one, I had too long of a piece of thread cut, because I pre-cut all this when I packaged it and didn't realize that I would need shorter strands for 1/1. So it shredded, it knotted, it drove me absolutely crazy. So even like right here, this is already kind of fuzzy. I think once I put in stitches around it, it won't be so bad, but it did kind of fuzz up a little bit. Part of me wants to continue with the 1/1 because it's going to look so small. That's just blinding you. So small and so dainty on this gorgeous fabric. Part of me thinks maybe I should just order a bigger piece of fabric and do it 2/2, because holy cow, that gave me so many problems. Like, I've been working on this for 40 minutes and that's all I've gotten done. So I had to change this because I had it on my Q-snap, but it's not wide enough to hook on the top and the bottom, so it was only hooking on the side, so it wasn't tight enough. I think that's part of where the shredding and knotting came in. Man. Sorry about that. It cut off because I didn't have enough iPad storage. So anyways, that is my new start. That's Santa Village by Soda Stitch, and or Santa's Village 2 by Soda Stitch, and yeah. So anyways, I probably won't be working on a whip this morning. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So anyways, I'm going to end this now and upload it. I'll see y'all tomorrow.